Who are we? We are Ballard Proud, inspiring transformation in the Appalachian Highlands, joining together for a common goal, working to improve lives. We take pride in our work, pride in our mission, pride in our communities. We are Ballard Proud.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive, co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance, thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive, extreme distance for your game.
Come to Kingsport, Tennessee, a place to retreat, play, relax. Located in the scenic foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, our hotel offers spacious rooms, many with balconies, and offer mountain views. Dine at our restaurants, sip cocktails on the patio with friends, or tee off on our 18-hole cattails at Meadowview Golf Club. See if you can conquer the cat trap. Treat yourself to a remarkable stay at Meadowview Conference Resort and Convention Center.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced to a fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element. Yeah. I'm in my element.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live in Kingsport, Tennessee. Some of these guys are going to be really famous tonight. They're going to be on the Golf Channel at 9 p.m. 8 men have made it into the round of 16. This is group number 2, round number 2, featuring Kyle Berkshire. He tees off Jack Smith, who looked awesome yesterday.
He looked so good. Potential rookie of the year right there with Seb Twiddell. I'm excited to see him in slot number 1. We've got the one and only
Mr. Berkshire. We got 3 world champions in this round of 16. Kyle Berkshire, Justin James, and Maurice Allen. Maurice came from the clouds, 75 points after 3 sets. Goes win-win.
Anything can happen.
He thrives, and another guy that's done well on this grid is Will Hogue.
Yeah, Hogue here. It's got the whole family.
Yep, from Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, I just saw their little boy. He is adorable. He's got a little red hair. We love it. A lot of the guys bringing their family out for this event, and it's been fun.
Yeah, we saw Martin Borgmeyer with the longest drive so far this morning at 392 yards. He had his first 3 sets. He looked awesome, and he made it into the round of 16. Sean Johnson looked good. Zach Holton. I mean,
always.
Yeah,
looking strong as always. Hulk Holton right there.
Yeah, Josh Koch, the cardiac kid. Put his back against the wall like every single 5th set. He ends up winning the set, and he's in as well. Sam Antonaccio got in the last set as well with a win. But familiar faces in familiar places, and there will be a few guys that the world hasn't seen on national television that they'll see later today. They've been the best in the world the last 2 or 3 years. We had a little bit of hiatus from World Long Drive 2019 World Championships in Oklahoma. We're back on the Golf Channel now after 4 years.
Big thanks to GF Sports.
Yeah, they acquired PLDA and World Long Drive. PLDA came in, Bobby Peterson, Ryan Riesbeck came to save the day in 2020. Started on a chicken farm, Bobby's Chicken Farm. We had 4 events at One Stop Power Shop, and then the national championships in Memphis, Tennessee. So And then, World Championships last 2 years being in Mesquite, Nevada, the home of Long Drive, our Yankee Stadium. But this, talk about a stadium, beautiful setup here in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Oh,
this place will be
phenomenal.
packed.
It's going to be packed. This is one of my favorite stops that we have because the fans come out, the community's great. We've got all the support from Visit Kingsport, and we're so thankful to be able to be here.
You won here on this grid.
I have won here on this grid.
You're the last woman to win on this grid.
And we're going to have a new one.
And you're in the booth.
At 8 p.m.
Yep.
I am.
Mr. Berkshire, OB right on ball number 1, going up against Jack Smith, Scott Littlefield, and Patrick Raver. Littlefield, a guy that just puts a lot of balls in play.
He's got a lot of grit.
He does. Kyle Berkshire in slot number 1, just working on putting balls in play to start off the day. 224, OB left. Jack Smith, OB right. Scott Littlefield, OB.
Jack Smith, if he puts balls in play consistently today, without a doubt, I would say he has the opportunity to be in top 4.
The lines have been closed.
Yep.
There has been gambling, betting on these guys, but the lines are closed. But, Jack Smith was plus 2,600. And, for us that are watching, these guys hit, day in and day out, every other week, we know that Jack Smith is one of the guys that potential favorite to win. He came in second in the last tournament in Utah.
He has put on pause going to med school to pursue his long drive career, and it's turning out well.
Yep.
Louisiana boy, go Tigers.
Yeah, we predicted he would marry a supermodel or someone that's really famous.
Did we get a report that if he's dating or not? Because we were out here.
I don't think so. His parents came up and didn't say anything to me, so we just can only assume that he's single, ladies.
We're going to continue to put him out there.
Kyle Berkshire still working on a number here. Scott Littlefield's 4th ball looks like it's going to be in play. But a couple OB sets, Jack Smith with a number on the board right now. Miss it for him, 208. Scott Littlefield in the lead at 363. Berkshire, 223.4, right down the middle.
Looks like that second to last one might be in by Jack Smith.
I would say Berkshire, if we look at right now, I'm not going to say he center punched that, but that should be about 380 to 385 to start off his tournament. Wins are critical. 200 points for first, 100 points for second, 50 points for third, 25 points for fourth. But Mr. Berkshire off to a good start here, 228.2.
Longest ball of the day.
This one's a bomb right here. This one's flirting down the right side. So world number 1 and world number 2 putting some big numbers on the board to start off this beautiful Monday in Kingsport, Tennessee. Kyle Berkshire improves to 393, which is the longest ball of the day. Borgmeyer went 392. So world number 1, world number 2 off to a great start. Martin is already into the round of 16. A couple more wins from Kyle Berkshire will put him into the heads-up matches starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's going to be some fun. Make sure you tell all your friends, family, tune in because there's going to be a lot of drama. There's going to be a lot of excitement.
I love Scott Littlefield. Kid's so tough. I mean, he's a guy that will be in between 205 to 210, but hits a lot of balls in play and could care less who he's on the tee box with.
Without a doubt.
He's beaten monsters this year in heads-up matches.
Talking about someone that's in the same category as him, Bud Widener, just as strong of a competitor, has all the tenacity, but Maurice Allen there in slot number 3, always bringing out the shoes. He's got Gucci shoes. I think
the
that's
2018 world champion in slot number 3 with 2 straight wins to finish off the round of 64. Reed Russell has looked good all year.
Look at Bud Widener with the hitbombs.com hat.
Rocking the pink. And what I saw yesterday from Maurice was balls in and around 210. So when he center punches a golf ball, I guess similar to like a Glenn Wilson Jr. Glenn today was at 208, 209. He had a chance, Glenn, to get in. And I feel the same. Maurice is just going to grind through this tournament. If he picks up a win or two, he's got a chance to be in the round of 16. He only entered one tournament last year where he finished in the semifinals, a T3. So Maurice Allen,
he's got the speed without it. I think we saw him fastest ball speed was, 215?
I hadn't seen that yet this year, but yes, in practice he ran it up to the mid 215 number. So Reed Russell with a number on the board. Brandon Flynn, nice ball here, 209.5. Perfect ball flight. And once again, after his third ball with the ball in play, Brandon Flynn is going to go to a lighter setup that he is faster. But that ball was center punch from Brandon Flynn in slot number 2. I feel like this will take the lead at 364, which it does.
He's gotten a game plan, and he's been sticking to it. I think we called him Maverick, even though.
Yeah, or Rooster, whatever. He's in the Air Force. He serves and protects
he was
the
not
United
in the
States.
Air Force.
But everybody was texting, well, it's a movie about the Navy, but whatever. He's Rooster or Maverick or Goose.
We love it. Brandon Flynn with a golf swing. I mean, I just love the approach that he's taken to the game. We've seen so much success in general, but with this new game plan, look at that.
208, same profile shot as the one that went 364. Reed Russell, a former professional baseball player in the Houston Astros organization, has had a great year. Reed's accumulated a lot of points. We talked about Zach Colton throughout these round robin formats, and Reed Russell is one guy that has accumulated a ton. I would say him, Justin James, who you'll see here in a little bit, have accumulated a ton of points in these formats.
He's, baseball background.
Maurice has just looks not happy with that. Looks like there might be a little rattle in the hosel. Might have broke it. Head might have spun.
Yeah, a little club break there.
Last ball from Reed Russell down the right side of the grid. If that one stayed in play, I really liked that. That was 213. Drum roll. Did he get it on that last ball to improve?
Reed Russell, number 9 in the world.
357. Brandon Flynn, huge win for him to start off. And a guy I really like in heads-up matches, a guy that's going to put balls in play and apply some pressure.
But when he's got the energy, he's showing it.
Huge win to start off.
Look at that smile. Smile-ish.
He looks focused. There he is. Colton Casto, Mark Costello, Will Hogue, Devin Fitzgerald. It looks like Brandon Flynn, he's made every single round of 16 this year. Besides Memphis.
I think we have the potential to see him advance to the round of 8.
Flynn with some wins in the PLDA, knows how to win. Off to a nice start. Colton Casto looked good yesterday. So did Costello. Will Hogue, who's had success on this grid. He has been on TV on this grid.
Many times.
The first post I've ever made on Long Drivers was Will Hogue going 400 yards, all carry on this grid back in 2018.
Well, he said the grid maxes out at a golf hole down there at, 440. If someone makes a hole in one, they win it all.
They win the tournament. They get to go home with this, the stands as well.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Even Zane.
Costello in slot number 2. Almost got his first win, finished runner-up a couple events ago in Portland, Connecticut. Costello from the great state of Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas. As we talked about, I mentioned Zane. Zane has done so much. I got here super early, and he was blowing off the tee. I mean, if there's something to be done, he's doing it, even as the president.
No one's outworking Ryan Riesbeck.
Ryan Riesbeck's doing it all.
No one's outworking him. Big slider here, left to right from Costello. This one stays in play. I like it. Profile shot right to left from Casto. Let's see if this ball stayed in play. Costello has a number on the board at 366. Berkshire safely with the longest drive right now by 23 yards. Costello improves to 370. Obi right.
This is a fast group right here.
From Will Hogue. This like the profile shot from Devin Fitzgerald, but it missed it, 190. This one's in play. It's a number. Points are critical. We saw so many guys at 350 and 300 in that last set. Even Glenn Wilson had a chance to get in.
Yeah. Casto knows how to get it done. He's definitely been a...
So that high draw he hit stayed in play, 372. So Casto takes the lead. 220 ball from Costello. Bomb from Costello. Let's see if this one gets rollout. If you're going to get rollout, you're going to get it down that right side. That fifth ball from Costello was ripped. 363, a lot of movement left to right. You know, the one thing that we don't have is that guesstimation of carry. So, Casto in the lead at 372, Costello at 370. Looks like ball number 6 from Costello is out. Will Hogue with a number on the board, and that 6 ball looks like it's in play as well for Will Hogue.
Wind's not doing much at all. These guys are locked in. We'll get confirmed numbers right after this.
Eastman is driving change to show the world what's possible with recycling. Don't toss your plastic in the trash. Put it in the recycling bin. We'll work our advanced recycling magic and turn waste into materials with new life. Visit eastman.com/WLD to learn more.
Justin James, the favorite.
The snapping
on the
turtle.
betting line.
With the visor.
He looks good with the visor.
He does.
He does. We talked to him last night at dinner. That visor looks good. I mean, we could have a poll. Sean Johnson or JJ.
Or Bud.
Bud Widener. I mean, you know.
Even though he's not wearing one today.
I wonder if that was strategy.
Bobby Ray, he picked up a lot of speed yesterday.
He's hit a lot of balls well. Center of the face, Bobby Ray was right around 212 to 215 yesterday, flighting it well. I like this profile shot from Robert Ray in slot number 2. JJ off to a nice start, 374. Going up against Isaiah Joyner and Jim Waldron. Jim Waldron, a veteran of the sport. A man who knows how to win as well. Yep.
Without it out. Jim looked really good.
Yeah, Jim, a semifinalist in 2018 at the World Championships. A man who knows how to win. Ended up taking down a big tournament, during COVID, a ULD, where he went up against 40-plus guys. So Jim knows how to get W's. In slot number 4, we talked about Jim's prototypical practice takeaway, and he's like, man, I got so tired doing that. I've saved so much energy by not doing the takeaway because it always confused me. He would take that big backswing and then, I'm not swinging, and then go.
Little tiger move right there. Isaiah Joyner looking to put one on the grid. He's got his grandfather in the stands. I mean, one of the sweetest looking men. He's just so kind. And it looks like if that one stays in.
It's a good ball here from Isaiah Joyner. This one's
a
high draw.
It's a number.
It's a well-struck ball. JJ stepping on the gas at 220. If he just straightens that one out, if that one's in play, that's a big ball from Justin James. I would say that would be in the 80s easily if that one stayed in play. Ball number 5 from JJ was a bomb.
And he knows how to win out here.
Yep, JJ won this event 2018.
Oh, I like Jim's last ball.
205.
I think that's going to be longer.
Drum roll. Did JJ's 5th ball go longer?
I'm
going to say yes if it's in play. Could it be the longest drive of the tournament? Could it be the longest drive today? Justin James. Ball number 5, did it stay in? He definitely has the win. I'm going to bet $1 million that it went 385 yards. $1 million.
All right, here
in
we go.
Monopoly money.
Drum roll, please.
I'm waiting for it to say 0. Or maybe they have to roll. Maybe it's in the hole. They gotta go.
They gotta go take it out.
Check the hole.
He won all the cars in the parking lot.
He now owns Eastman. And you talk about a humongous facility, 379. All right. We felt like that one was going to be farther. JJ with a win. 200 points. Kyle Berkshire, Colton Castro, Brandon Flynn, Justin James. Starting off round 2, group 2, set 1 with wins. once again, we want to thank Elon Tuckman for giving us all of this data to look at
Give
throughout
us everything.
the entire tournament. 3 days. I don't think he sleeps. Look at his eyes right now. He hasn't slept in 3 days.
Youthful. That's what youth does to you.
But tip of the cap to M2. They have more electronics at a KISS concert. A bunch of rock stars in the group right now. We got flight scope. We have engineers. We have announcers.
We've had 2 long days, and it's been great because everything has been really awesome doing this.
I feel like I have to go to a vocal coach. How to save the voice. It's like Taylor Swift. We talk for 10 straight hours. Do we just stop talking the rest of the day?
Well, you're supposed to drink tea. Did you not have your...
I didn't.
They gave us hot ginger honey tea.
I need to do that.
All right, back to the action. Jim Waldron going back to back.
Costello in 1, Reed Russell in 2, Waldron in 3, Scott Littlefield in 4. Costello, similar profile shot to Justin James's 379. That one stayed in play. I would say that would be a nice start to round number 2 for Costello, OB. Waldron, OB left. Reed Russell, big ball, 214.7.
I like it a lot.
Nice spin. Center punch drive, Reed Russell going to put up a big number here. 373 plus or minus. 373.
Plus.
Reed Russell.
Minus.
364, taking the under.
Came clutch last second there.
Costello, 378. Really
he is
like
not
it.
Playing around.
I really like Costello in slot number 1. That's a good slot for him. I know that fits his eye, fits his cut. Scott Littlefield without a number as of right now. Reed Russell in second place currently at 364. Costello in the lead at 378.
You know, getting back on TV, I don't know if you guys, if you're here, have had the opportunity to go check out the merch. Look at that ball right there.
Costello, 222.6. Big ball. He hit it high, 2,600 spin. He's looking good.
He's looking really good. Got to check out the merch. Everything is just this. The sport's growing. Everything's growing. I think the last thing that we need is a Drake lyric.
Yeah, I feel like I'm wearing a Gucci shirt right now.
Yeah.
It's so comfortable.
What's his golf
brand? It's the
brand?
nicest shirt I've ever worn in my entire life. What's Drake's
golf brand? Yeah, he did a partnership with.
Oh yeah, is it Nocta?
Nocta.
Yep. You got Caleb, my guy. You know my guy over here, CTO. He's wearing it right now.
I'm telling you,
Caleb
we're on the rise.
Caleb's dialed in right now.
He is, Mark Costello. And at 378, waiting for that final ball.
It's funny that you say that because he literally is wearing the jacket right now.
Oh, yeah, that's actually one of my favorite ones.
He's on the phone. He's multitasking right now. He's on the phone right now. We got a couple events going.
Waiting on Jim Waldron's 5th ball there.
Big ball here from Costello. This one straight.
It looks
220
good.
Right down that left side. That one's going to be OB left. But Costello looks safe at 378. He took second in the first set. This will put him at 300 if he does get the win. If Waldron doesn't hit it past 378. Costello does win the set. He will have 300 points after 2 rounds of hitting. Impressive, this Berkshire, though. He went 390 and 393, so he's got the 2 longest drives.
Looked real good. I think shorts is his new thing, too.
You never know. I mean, he used to just go all white.
All white.
All white.
I'm telling you, I know I said this before, but when you're wearing all white, you know that you're the best. Because you can have coffee, you're not going to spill it.
Oh, absolutely.
Makeup, not going to get it on there.
I don't think he has to worry about makeup. But
I don't know. TV rounds.
Well, you could hug your mom. You could hug your friends. You know, could
go.
potentially get it on.
Isaiah Joyner.
Yeah, it said we're getting some notes here. Rumor has it that Bob Barker was a huge fan of World Long Drive, which he was.
He was.
He liked punching, Happy Gilmore.
Which, I think it was, the 22nd anniversary?
No, it was 25 last
25?
year. The only reason why I know that was it was because I made a meme about it.
Okay, 26th anniversary just happened,
Yep.
I think yesterday.
Brandon Flynn on the board at 362. A win here would put him at 400 points and in a lovely position after 2 sets. Colton Castro with a 374-yard rocket.
Without a doubt. What do we have to do to get Adam Sandler out here?
Just give him a call. You
Let
don't
him-
have his
let
number? You don't have his
Can
number?
he hit it with a hockey stick?
He can hit it with whatever he wants.
Maybe
be
have
sup-
it. Maybe do a really cool video with all the Canadians.
That was a heck of a win for him at the Waterbury Open. And then he came back. What was it? Shooter McGavin lost a four-stroke lead going in the final 9. Also, like, that's a meme. It's like Happy Gilmore accomplished that no longer than an hour ago. Accomplished that feat. Brandon Flynn, 209.8, very consistent, as expected. Now, in and around the same speeds on every single shot. He's hitting the center of the club face. Like this ball from Flynn. Little right to left draw.
And we know he's got the speed. Fastest ball in competition is at 217.
I feel like this one's going to be better from Flynn.
Without a doubt.
Colton Castro is in the lead at 374. Flynn improves 4 yards to 366. Raber 354. Isaiah Joyner 353.
No wind right now.
So Colton Castro cruising along like he's done in so many round-robin formats. When this kid gets hot, he is lethal. He won in Memphis 3 events ago. What was 4? 4 events ago now.
4 events ago. He knows how to handle the humidity. I know it's hot
Absolutely.
out there in Memphis.
Well, he knows how to handle negative 83-degree weather on a boat in Alaska.
Yeah.
Catching
some fish.
Some king crab. Castro takes the win at 374. Brandon Flynn 366. Raber 354. Isaiah Joyner 353.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The decision to hire a lawyer is not one to be taken lightly and is one that people often have to make during very tough times. Make the choice that hundreds of satisfied clients have already made and chose Josh Hopner, an attorney who will fight for you from the beginning of your case until the very end. Josh's practice serves the greater Tri-Cities area, including Kingsport. Contact him today to schedule your free consultation.
Visit Tennessee. I hear this is the #1 spot for bachelorette trips. Vegas, #1 for bachelor trips.
Yeah.
It's about
I didn't
what,
have a
what
bachelor
there?
party.
No?
No.
You just played golf.
I didn't even play golf. Probably played poker. Who knows? I don't remember.
We've got potential Rookie of the Year, Jack Smith, in slot #1. Justin James, our favorite for the tournament. In slot #2, Bud Widener, our Cinderella story, and Will Hogue, who by far is
the strongest man here.
The strongest man. What did you say he benched?
465 at 215 pounds. That's how much he weighed.
He literally benched the bleachers.
Yeah, Will's a beast. Chief. Thunder Will.
They drove over here from Memphis. Home state.
Justin James, slot #2. Went 379 to start off his tournament.
His swing is just so good. That hangs on. That's going to get a little bit of roll.
I feel like we have a better understanding of, like, when we see a ball like that looks like it's in on that left side, it kind of kicks left and goes OB. That was a beautiful shot from JJ. Just needs to move it about 5-10 yards right of that, and that ball is going to go a country mile. No one has a number on the board as of yet. Jack Smith said that that's the one bugaboo, if that's the word. Jack Smith is like, is he going to hit balls in play, right?
Bugaboo. You
trying to figure out words that we haven't said. We're trying to figure out words we haven't said 8 million times over the last 9 tournaments.
I love it. a Destiny.
But if you
Destiny's
say it
Child.
with a country accent, since we're in Tennessee, it sounds better.
Makes everything different.
Yeah, the bugaboo that I have.
You're bugging me, you're bugging you. Bud Widener on his final ball here. I would like to see him slow down just a little bit. That one is going to squeeze out of bounds on the left side.
Hogue at 360, Smith at 352, JJ with the draw down that left side. Did that one stay in play? No. So Justin James, OB currently down to a 6 ball. And this isn't a bad set for Justin either. He's just off by a fraction.
A nickel and a pickle. Ooh.
Looks like he's shutting that off. Just a tad, goes to the cut.
That last ball,
220.
that's going to be in.
JJ's close. Look at this. Pushing out left.
Actually,
that one stay in play.
Had a little more movement than expected.
The old cut draw.
Yep.
Jack Smith, 214. This one looks like it's in play as well. I think Jack Smith will improve significantly on this last ball.
Will he take the lead?
371.
Oh.
Hit it way too low then, if that's the case. So we will have an Oceanside, height, left and right.
Yep.
Carry distance, for us in the booth at least.
We will.
It looks aesthetically pleasing right now, but it helps us out immensely when we're able to see these numbers. Because, just based off of optics, it looked like Jack Smith, very similar to like a Sam Antanasio ball that went 381, came up 29 yards short.
Yeah, without a doubt. And for people at home, I feel like it's a lot easier to track ball speed, club head speed, and spin, because we have a lot of new viewers.
Yeah, I would rather see ball speed. Ball speed, height.
Yeah.
And then spin. So
and when you pair ball speed, club head speed, spin, it paints a picture of how far the ball is actually going to go. And these guys have all these numbers from, movement of the ball, attack angle, smash factor, all that. These guys know, and that makes a big difference in their trainings.
Bobby Ray, Kyle Berkshire, Devin Fitzgerald, Maurice Allen, 2 world champions on the tee box right now.
Look at those J's. Look at that fit. Only Bobby Ray can pull that off, and it pulls it off well.
After dinner last night, he did 5,000 reps of biceps.
Wow. Not even sore.
100 pounds apiece. Mr. Berkshire, Obi Wright. Obi left from Devin Fitzgerald. Maurice Allen is OB as well. Kyle OB on his first 4 balls and then goes 390 and 393. Flirting with 230 already early this morning.
Guys settling in here.
OB Wright from Bobby Ray.
That was a good swing, though.
Maurice Allen's got a ball in play. Miss hit for him, 199. Berkshire, 215. Skinny, flirting down that right side. It's still a miss hit for Kyle. Should be in and around the 370 number.
All right. The music is playing. The stands are filling out. And Bobby Ray just putting one in the grid, it looks like.
Yeah, 377 from Kyle. So, that's, Kyle mishit that ball and still went 377. 226.3. High draw, and that one's close. Yeah, like Justin James last set. JJ didn't necessarily have a bad set there. He did go OB, but he hit a lot of good balls that were just flirting down that left side.
Look at Maurice's gloves matching his fit.
Nice profile shot from Bobby Ray here at 209.
Oh, look at that recoil.
Maurice, big ball here. This one going to stay in play or not? Big ball here for Maurice. 208.
Watching it down
Spun
the
it just
stretch,
a smidge.
which actually might help it stay in. Oh, let's look at this one back up. That's going to be out for Bobby Ray, but that was a well-struck ball right there.
211. Ball number 5, Bobby Ray, looked pretty good. But anything that we're seeing down that left side is not staying in at all. That one was OB as well. And that ball was on a string.
Kicking hard left if it's on that left side. And you're not going to get as much rollout as you're going to get from down the middle and the right side. That's where you want to place the ball. Bobby
this one
Ray.
looks good from Bobby Ray, 211.
Hey, look at what Kyle Berkshire giving us a little jig right there. I don't think I've ever seen him dance in my life, but there it is. Wouldn't have won that bet.
Yeah, I like Maurice has stepped on the gas here. Seeing higher ball speeds. I think Bobby Ray's last ball is in play, and I would say that's probably going to be in the mid-60s.
Kyle holding it. It's OB, bringing out the personality.
And that's going to make Kyle feel good, too, knowing that that 215 ball was a miss hit and still went 377.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Kyle twerk? I mean, that's
not.
what we just saw.
I have not.
And that finishes out for set 2, Group 2, round robin, moving into
Bobby
set number
Ray,
3.
yeah. That 6 ball did stay in play, 365 from Bobby Ray. So he has 2 second-place finishes. Mr. Berkshire has 200. So Colton Casto and Kyle Berkshire have 2 wins. So after 2 sets, Kyle Berkshire, Colton Casto, Mark Costello, Brandon Flynn are your top 4. And you have Will Hogue, Justin James, Bobby Ray, and Reed Russell rounding out your top 8 currently. 3 more sets to go, 600 points up for grabs.
And at the end, we will have our final 8 for our top 16. Here they go. Scott Littlefield, never count him out because consistency and grit is what he has.
This is a critical set here. You know, I say if you're looking at Bobby Ray right now, if he gets a win, he would have 400 points after 3 sets, but he's going up against Colton Casto. Casto gets a win, he'd had 600 points. He would be in right away. 213 ball from Casto down the right side of the grid.
Here we go. The amount of width he's able to get in his backswing is incredible.
Yep. High, it's long. Good spin numbers from Casto. Taking a peek at where he hit that ball. Not sure if he hit that high in the face or not. I feel like he likes it, though. Waiting on some numbers here. Widener's at 344. Scott Littlefield's at 359. Casto 100% has a ball in play. And I think it's long too. 366. Bobby Ray going back-to-back was in slot number 1.
I like this one by Scott Littlefield. Right there down the right side.
212. That's the fastest ball that I've seen Scott Littlefield hit in a long time. Big ball here from Littlefield.
Look at how he's dry. What was that?
He likes it.
Face.
He likes it. Scott Littlefield,
yep.
361.
Building.
And it comes down to ball speed there. You know, you have Colton Casto that was 215, and we know that's a little bit of a miss hit for Casto, but speed kills. You know, it really, truly does. Like, Littlefield hit a great ball there. Look at him stepping on the gas. 213 from Scott Littlefield. That a boy. I'm liking this.
I'm loving it.
Bobby Ray's just got to hit some balls in play right now.
Down to his final ball right here.
Casto 219.8 in the lead. A win here from Casto would get him into the round of 16, into the heads-up matches. So we're not going into a round-robin format later on in the round of 16.
Scott Littlefield put on a show.
This is the best set I've seen Scott Littlefield hit all year. I mean, as far as ball speed and profile shot. And the one thing that we're looking at now is the wind. The wind is directly in the face. So the wind has shifted because those are bombs right now. And
yeah,
Scott Littlefield just hit 4 straight balls in a row, dead center.
Beautiful shots.
Those are big drives.
Picked up speed every single swing.
Yeah, because for me, like wondering, man, they should be going farther. Well, there's a reason why they're not going as far. The wind is now coming from the east to the west. We have a headwind, but Colton Casto has punched his ticket to the round of 16. 6 swings away and a win.
Welcome to the
being
show.
On national television.
Look at him. What a stud.
Yep. Colton Casto ranked number 7 in the world. Put himself in the driver's seat. He knows how to win. He's got 2 wins in his professional career. 1 in an independent event in Oklahoma in 2021, and winning out in Memphis against Justin James, who's in slot number 3.
2-time winner. The guys are ready. Locked in.
This is a good group of hitters. Maurice Allen, Patrick Raver, Justin James, Mark Costello. Costello's at 300 points after 2 sets. Justin James, OB on set number 2, still has a win and 200 points. The grid is clear.
Play away. They're off.
The best is, look, you can see announcer Mark just, standing on the steps there.
I mean, that's a really cool thing about being back on TV. We've got Mark back, who used to do all the announcing at our events. Art Sellinger and Shane Bacon will be in the studio tonight.
And you will be on the field, the grid, the turf, in the action.
Somewhere over there.
Do you know what questions you've prepared?
I don't even know who's going to be in.
Yeah?
So.
Are you going to ask them, like, do you have any idea if it was just a generic question? If you had one generic question to ask anybody, what would your question be?
Let me see. What is your 5th favorite golf course?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Live on air, has nothing to do with long drive.
I love it. That's a good question. So what is your 5th favorite golf course?
My 5th favorite has to be Top Golf.
Okay. Okay, I like it.
What's yours?
Of course, I just played not too long ago. Banyan Golf Club's really nice out in Florida, but I would say number 1 for me, I really like Hudson National. Sherwood's cool.
You've gotten to play a lot of really cool places.
Yeah, I feel like I got to pick a Florida course. Maurice Allen, 353. JJ working on a number here. He's got one in play at 219. Big ball from JJ. Like we talked about it yesterday. Just I like seeing that ball fall right. So that ball fell right, and this one is going to be an absolute bomb from Justin James.
I like this one from Maurice Allen as well.
And I think it really just comes down to height then. Because like I said, for us, we can't see the height numbers. And if JJ can get that ball in the air just a little bit longer, I would say he probably needs to hit a little bit higher. Costello, look at that. Costello's getting that ball in the air a little bit higher, but in 224 or 222.4 from
Patrick
Costello.
Raver putting some balls in play here.
Mark Costello with a win would put him at 500 points, and I could say safely that he would be in as well.
Final balls here.
And he knows it too. He's got to step on the gas here. He's going up against JJ. A win here would be huge for Costello. This is a nicely flighted golf ball that falls left to right as well. JJ looks like he's going to be OB left.
Still waiting on Maurice's 4th ball. That was a well-struck ball on the right side, which, as we've said, it's hot. But Mark Costello building at 375.
Mr. Consistency, 373, 374, and 375 from Mark Costello. He's going to have 500 points, which I can safely say that I'll put him in.
Consistent Costello.
He's gotten better as the year has gone on. So he almost had his first win not too long ago out in Connecticut. He came in second to Justin James.
Who are we? We are Ballad Proud, inspiring transformation in the Appalachian Highlands, joining together for a common goal, working to improve lives. We take pride in our work, pride in our mission, pride in our communities. We are Ballad Proud.
Looking to compete on the World Long Drive Tour for the largest prize purses in World Long Drive history? Pro and amateur members can compete in their respective divisions all summer long as World Long Drive kicks off their 2023 tour. Visit worldlongdrive.com to become a member and view all the registration dates for upcoming tour events.
We're back. And we've got Will Hogue, Jim Waldron, Kyle Berkshire, and Brandon Flynn.
All right, I say a win from Flynn or Kyle Berkshire will put them in. And even Will Hogue's at 250. He would be at 450 with 2 more sets to go. But a win from Kyle would put him in 600, so he would be safely in.
This is a strong group right here.
So looking at setups here, We'll take a peek at Kyle in slot number 3, looking at his ball speeds.
Oof. He's swinging
Slipped on
at it.
that one. Yep.
He's swinging at it.
Will Hogue with a decent ball down the right side, but not sure if that one's going to stay in or not.
Brandon Flynn with the switch up. I think what he's doing is hitting 3 balls with one and 3 balls with another one, because he didn't hit. Well, we're still waiting for that 3rd ball, but I think that went OB.
Hogue's hitting the ball well, just missing a tad. Kyle, this one's a little bit of a club twirl here. This one's down the middle at 221. Good ball here from Kyle.
Number on the board.
This one should put him in to the round of 16. Brandon Flynn with the fastest ball that I've seen today from him at 213. So Flynn going to that second setup. Berkshire 363. Flynn
there he
360.
Is.
Will Hogue with a good ball here.
That's a big one.
We don't know the height on Will Hogue's golf ball, but I like the profile of that shot. I really do. From Will Hogue in slot number 1. Ball number 4 should be a good number for him. 361. And once again, the wind has shifted more into the player's face. If you're looking right now down the grid, the fan is going a little right to left and a little in. So these 363-yard drives, 360, are decent numbers right now.
Will Hogue in at 361.
Good ball from Hogue again on ball number 5.
This is going to be big for Brandon Flynn. If he takes a second, puts him in a nice spot.
I like Will Hogue's 5th ball better. 360, wow. Yep, the grid conditions have changed. The conditions with the wind have changed, because those balls earlier today were 100% going 375, 380.
He likes this one if it stays in from Will Hogue.
Brandon Flynn, 214.2.
If that stays in, that's going to be a big one. It's falling back in. That's a big ball from Brandon Flynn. If it's all carry, I
Kyle
think
Berkshire, this one's falling right, flirting down the right side of the grid. Both balls are going to be close. Flynn likes his number.
374.
Big ball from Brandon Flynn.
Kyle Berkshire's last ball was big as well.
383. Kyle Berkshire. There he goes. First down. Kyle Berkshire is going to be in the round of 16. The 2-time world champ looking good, putting the biggest drives in this set. I mean, he's had the longest drives, the 3 or 4 of the longest drives so far in the set. So Kyle Berkshire on the last ball, 222-mile-per-hour rocket, takes down the set. Brandon Flynn will have 400 points after 3 sets. So Colton Castro, Mark Costello, and Kyle Berkshire, I would say, are safely in, especially Castro and Berkshire.
Brandon Flynn still sitting in a nice position at 4th currently.
Will Hogue with numbers on the board, that'll put him at 300. Colton Castro has won 8 straight sets to start off his tournament.
He's on fire.
He is.
He is on fire. Here we go.
Isaiah Joyner, Devin Fitzgerald, Reed Russell, Jack Smith.
Big one for Jack Smith and Reed Russell. A win from both of them.
We will update you after this group. The 3 rounds of hitting and the points. Jack Smith with the win would put him at 350.
Isaiah Joyner, yep, out the gate. Reed Russell, give him 400?
Yes.
Out the gate, Isaiah Joyner putting a ball in the grid.
What I liked from Brandon Flynn that last set was the ball speed numbers started to jump. And curious, wouldn't be surprised if Flynn kind of just stays with that. I mean, if he goes back and
that
looks at these numbers.
I love that last club. I
really
think
like
stick with it.
Yeah, I do.
Totally agree. And he's accurate.
Yeah, because, for me, I'm not worried about him hitting balls in play. I know that he's really ultra consistent with that first setup, but you're seeing 209, 210 ball speed, and then that second driver, 213,
He's putting a ball in every time with that second driver.
Yep.
So I think he can have the confidence to hit it down the middle, just like Jack Smith did right there, 220 ball speed. That's what we like to see from him.
Talk about the height, on that ball from Jack Smith. He needs to hit it higher, which he does, and he knows it.
Pointing up a little bit.
Got to get that ball up, but he hit it down the right side, which is good, and the right side is hot. Anything down that left side right now within 10 yards of the OB mark, it doesn't seem like those balls are staying in play.
The good thing with Jack Smith, he's so fast. Even having a low ball flight like that, he's still going to put up a big number. Look at that, 377.
The conditions have changed. We were into the wind for probably about 5 minutes where we saw 360s being a good number, but now the flags are somewhat still, and it's now a right to left wind. So if you're in slot number 4 and can turn it over a little bit like Jack Smith did, you're going to put up some decent numbers. 377 looks really good now. Reed Russell just got to put some balls in play here. Reed Russell's at 200 points.
Here we go. Final ball for Reed Russell. I know he's got this in the bag. He's got this shot.
I like his alignment too. He looks square. Obi right. Just a little late on the fastball there from Reed Russell.
Sneak out a tad bit.
Isaiah Joyner currently in second place. Devin Fitzgerald with a miss hit on the last ball. Jack Smith 221, good height. This one might be farther. This last ball from Jack Smith was hammered. 382. Boom.
There it is.
Jack Smith, 350 points after 3 sets. Once we hit the refresh button on this laptop, we can tell you where everybody's at right after this.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive. Co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance. Thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive. Extreme distance for your game.
Eastman is driving change to show the world what's possible with recycling. Don't toss your plastic in the trash. Put it in the recycling bin. We'll work our advanced recycling magic and turn waste into materials with new life. Visit eastman.com/WLD to learn more.
And we're back. This is start off of set number 4, a big set here.
Big set here for Brandon Flynn. A win would get him in. Justin James is at 300 points.
Look, he hit that one club. I think it's in, and now he's switching to the other one, but he only hit one shot with it. I'm going to be watching to see how these 5 balls.
JJ riding the wind, the veteran that he is, started it out right and hit a draw with, this is a cut win right now, and he's in slot number 4. So this is the perfect slot for Justin right now with his prototypical ball flight. Second time we've said it today. Good start for JJ. A win would put him at 500 points. Flynn, even with the second place, would have 500 points.
Yeah, Devin Fitzgerald with a good ball down the left side there, 361.
Scott Littlefield with the best set that I've seen him hit all year.
He looks so strong.
And he hit into a headwind. He was hitting into a headwind for just that bit. He hit 4 perfectly flighted golf balls that came up like 361, 362, 363.
I like that last ball by JJ.
But the conditions have changed, and this is why I like, the round-robin format, but 4 guys on a tee box, and it's just that 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The wind can change, conditions can change right away, and, right now 360 is not, that 360 ball more than likely would be like 370, 375.
Without a doubt.
When Littlefield was hitting. So we're looking at Scott Littlefield right now, who's made multiple Final 8s this year.
And he can put balls in the grid, so these last 2, I just want to see him find the grid.
Flynn 213.4.
That ball's super
this
high.
This one is close. Flynn's 5th ball is flirting down the right side. It stayed in the air a really, really long time. Even a second place for Flynn is going to put him at 500 points. He looked back, not sure if that one stayed in or not. Did. It improves, which puts him in second currently. Justin James safely in the lead.
Scott Littlefield on his last ball.
Flynn hit a bomb. Big ball here from Flynn. JJ miss hit 210, but right now he's in the lead at 374.
Scott Littlefield might keep this one in to have a number on the board. We'll see what that's low, so it might get a little skip out there. See what number that comes back as.
359 from Scott Littlefield. Flynn's last ball was in. Is it in the hole?
Number
360.
Flynn taking a second. Justin James with the first.
Justin James
Putting
will be
both
at
of them
500 points,
at
and so will
500.
Brandon Flynn.
A great place to be going in to their 5th and final set. All right, the grid is clear, and the boys are playing away. Jim Waldron, Maurice Allen, Jack Smith, and Colton Casto. Colton's already in. Jack Smith, this is a big one for him. He takes a win. He's in. He takes a second. He's most likely in. Big set for Maurice Allen here, as well as Jim Waldron. They both take a win-win. We saw Maurice bounce back after having 75 points after the 3rd set yesterday, going a win-win to make it in today's rounds of 32. We're looking at Jack Smith right now, our potential Rookie of the Year. Colton Casto with the big ball, but that's going to be out just a little bit. Jim Waldron with a ball inbounds. Good swing speed from him. Maurice Allen holding it on there, bringing that one back in. It's a miss hit, but it might get a potentially a lot of rollout. Jack Smith and Casto still looking to put a ball in the grid. Here we go. Ooh. That's a good ball by Maurice Allen. 204. Flying right into that speed slot, as well as Jim Waldron. 209. I love this ball by Jim Waldron.
Jack Smith putting some pressure on himself here. A win would put him at 550 and in. Casto's already in.
Maurice Allen building. I'd like to see him get the ball maybe a little bit higher and straighten out that dispersion. Whew! Casto with a good ball down that right side.
That ball from Jack Smith, those balls that look down that left side, they are not staying in right now.
Left side is not safe. Yep, 366 by Colton. Not much wind blowing right now. Last ball by Jack Smith. Gets it off. He only had a few seconds to get that ball off, and that's going to be an OB set.
Casto, 9 straight wins to start off this event.
He's on a roll.
Well, the good thing is that Jack Smith has one more set, but that OB is a killer.
It hurts. It definitely hurts.
Colton Casto, Kyle Berkshire, feel pretty confident that they're in. You know, they only have 800 and 600 points, but they're in. Costello, Justin James, Brandon Flynn are at 500 points currently. JJ and Flynn have already hit. Costello hasn't hit as of yet, but feel pretty confident.
I was going to say, I feel confident with Mark. Will Hogue. With 300 points right now, win puts him at 500. Second puts him at 400. Big set for Bobby Ray and Reed Russell right here. Currently, Bobby Ray sits at 200 points. Reed Russell sits at 200 points. We're going to see.
Not as many OB sets. I mean, we're looking at right now, we have 7 OB sets right now from the guys. Bobby Ray is at 200 points.
Oof. Out
Reed
the
Russell's
gate, Reed
at 200.
Russell.
Will Hogue is at 300. A win for Hogue would put him at 500. Will with a bullet right down the middle. The veteran, a man who, 2018, if there was a player of the year, it was definitely him. He won everywhere.
Without
Besides
a doubt.
the World Championships, which Maurice Allen ended up winning. Reed Russell, 365 to start off. 361 for Hogue.
A little bit faster ball, club head speed right there. But Will Hogue putting another one. He's dialing it down on the right side.
Bobby Ray just needs to slow it down, that takeaway. We're seeing those numbers down just a little bit from yesterday. Bobby Ray was in and around, I think he topped out at 215.
You and Bobby Ray do quite a bit of events together. What's it like traveling around? Two Bobbies traveling around the world.
He does a lot of bicep curls. And I just ride the bike. So Patrick Raber right now, if he could potentially take 2 wins here, he would have 500 points. So Raber's not out as of yet. Will Hogue and Reed Russell are tied. Hogue putting on a clinic, putting 3 out of 3 in play. Hogue is currently at 300 points.
Yeah,
a tie would put him at 450. He likes his ball, 215 from Will Hogue.
That's a great
Chief.
shot. He is in a beautiful rhythm right now.
Chief Will Hogue.
Nice and synced up.
I used to call him Fire Marshal Will, but now that he's the chief.
Fire Marshal Will.
Yeah.
That's good.
Chief Thunder Will.
Bobby Ray, if that one hangs on, it's going to be a good number.
Reed Russell, 217. Nice profile shot here
like
from Reed
that
Russell.
a
He's in
lot.
slot 4, riding out the win right to left. Reed Russell in a commanding lead right now at 379. Big ball from Reed Russell. I like this one better. Let's see it. Well, Reed Russell,
exactly the same.
6-inch roll. Maybe the 5th ball went farther, maybe it didn't. But I really like that shot from Reed Russell in slot number 4. This will put him at 400 points if he takes the win down. Bobby Ray with a 370. Okay, so Will Hogue will have 350 points after this. Bobby Ray will have 300 and Reed Russell at 400. We're going to have a log jam right now in and around 350 points. Jack Smith's OB set. That's tough.
Many ties.
That's a tough one.
Coming down as we get close.
Every point is critical.
To set number 5. Bobby, what are you looking forward to seeing tonight or this evening for the Golf Channel events when we have the matchups?
I just want to see a lot of balls in play. I don't think a lot of people that are watching television want to see a bunch of OB sets. So I hope that everybody puts balls in play, and they're going to see numbers that they've never seen before. You're going to see 225s, 230 ball speeds. You could even see up to 235 ball speeds.
Yeah.
Martin Borgmeyer, Kyle Berkshire. These guys are really, really fast. And if Jack Smith can sneak in, he can put up some big numbers. Justin James. They're going to see some familiar faces in familiar places. And, but I wouldn't be surprised, when Martin's on television, Kyle's on television, when JJ's on television, these guys are bigger, faster, stronger, better. There's a reason why they're 1, 2, 3 in the world.
Without a doubt, and I love seeing the personalities. They're going to see Sam Judah for the first time on TV. Potentially. For the first time.
Now, there's those heads-up matches, and the one thing right now, like Colton Casto, if he wins this set, he's going to go up against the guy that came in 8th in the first round of hitters.
Yep.
But those 8 hitters that advanced earlier on today are studs. This is going to be this is going to be the fastest final 16 ever. The only guy missing that's ultra fast is Gregnall,
Without a doubt. I'm excited for all the new faces that are going to be seen, and we're back.
So right now, like I said, the strategy with Kyle, obviously he wants to get some wins here, and I know that I'd rather be a ranked number 1 going up against a ranked, 8th opponent. So Berkshire with a ball down the right side at 221. This one looks like it's in play. Any ball that flirts down that right side in slot number 4 seems to be in. Anything left has been OB. Like that looks like it's in, but it goes out. Berkshire 379 to start off the set. Isaiah Joyner right now is at 175. A win would put him at 375, which would be 7th place currently. But Jack Smith and Will Hogue are
in at
right now at 350. But Isaiah Joyner with a win, his longest drive is 364, so he's going to have to go 16 yards farther in order to, eclipse Kyle Berkshire in his longest drive of the day.
Woo, look at that one, 225 by Kyle Berkshire. We got little club spin.
Yeah, this is a perfect profile shot in that slot with these wind conditions. And when they say wind conditions, it might be 2-3 miles per hour right to left, but he did ride out that wind. Will this be in the 390s? No, 386. So Kyle with the longest drive of the morning, him and Martin Borgmeyer at 392 and 393.
I like this ball by Mark Costello as well. Putting one in the grid, but a good one. Isaiah Joyner.
We talked about Martin Borgmeyer earlier today. His first 8 sets of this tournament were unreal. He looked great. I mean, this is the best that we've seen Martin swing it all year.
Looked really strong.
Costello sweeping the grid left to right. Now, for Costello, he just needed to put a ball in play, which he has. He will have, at the worst case scenario, 525 points, which will punch him into the round of 16. But he's currently in second to Kyle's 386.
Here we go.
We're down to our last couple golf balls here.
Isaiah Joyner's going to miss it on that left side.
Costello didn't like that one. Yeah. little off the heel.
Walking up to hit his final ball here.
Now, Mr. Berkshire here, he's got 7 wins in one OB set. Did not hit in the 5th round yesterday. But Kyle looking really, really strong with the longest drives of the tournament so far.
Come see and settle down in beautiful Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, where you can live, work, and play in a land of music, mountains, lakes, and friendly people. Work with us at Ballad Health, building a legacy of superior care in the Appalachian Highlands. Eastman is driving change to show the world what's possible with recycling. Don't toss your plastic in the trash. Put it in the recycling bin. We'll work our advanced recycling magic and turn waste into materials with new life. Visit eastman.com/WLD to learn more.
You don't have to love nature to visit Tennessee. You also don't have to love whiskey. You don't even have to love music. Well, maybe just that last one. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
And we're back.
Kyle Berkshire, Colton Castro, Mark Costello, Justin James, and Brandon Flynn are in. Reed Russell's at 400 points. And 6, Jack Smith and Will Hogue are tied at 350. Bobby Ray is at 300. He is on the outside looking in. Scott Littlefield. Those are the guys that have the best chance to get in. Isaiah Joyner with a win would need a little bit of help in order to get in, but he's still not mathematically eliminated, nor is Maurice Allen. Devin Fitzgerald and Jim Waldron, if they did win, but they would have to have Jack Smith, Goby, and Will Hogue and Bobby Ray. Like they have, but you know what?
There's
yesterday, Wes Campo was sitting in a spot where his odds, he was at 175, ends up winning that set. But right now, like in this bracket,
if you bet on him, you would have won big.
Oh God, his odds were like less than 1%. Had to have, just based off of what had to happen. And we said it earlier on today, if you're on a craps table and have to roll 7-11 straight times, Wes Campo did yesterday. So Widener's on the board at 350.
Yeah, so we're coming down. This is the last set. After this, we'll be back here streaming at 1 for the Open Division round of 16. But after that, it gets really exciting because we're going straight to TV where you guys will be able to tune in at 8 p.m. for the women's, 9 p.m. for the men, and we'll see some familiar faces. Shane Bacon and Art Sellinger will be live commentating.
Art Sellinger.
The one, the
Godfather.
only. The one,
the Godfather
the only.
Of Long John. I want to hear a good night nurse from Art. I love it.
Okay.
Devin Fitzgerald with a win would put him at 350. I mean, I'm trying to, all these, like, if Raber wins, he's mathematically out.
All these guys having a really great showing this event. It's been fun to watch Bud Widener, as always, traveling here with his sister, Jim Waldron.
Yeah, we had 2 huge upsets early on. You know, Scotty Perriman, Bryce Verplank with 2 wins this year.
That's a good ball right there.
Really
by
struggled
Waldron.
with that right hand, Bryce Verplank, trying to grip. I mean, it was so humid yesterday. Everybody's just sweating. Couldn't even imagine like how much weight they lost yesterday.
Truly, staying hydrated is the #1 thing you got to do out here. Currently, Devin Fitzgerald in the lead at 366. Jim Waldron had a good ball on that last one. Jim, Mary Driscoll, probably one of the big power couples out here. Devin Fitzgerald taking the win down.
Maurice Allen, Will Hogue, Isaiah Joyner, Scott Littlefield. Littlefield wins, he would be at 475. If Will wins, he's in. Maurice wins, he would have 400 points, tied with Reed Russell.
I mean, even if Scott took a second, he'd have a possible chance.
And he'd have 375. The one that, if he wins, he's guaranteed in is Will Hogue in this set. So Will's going to be coming up here against Maurice Allen, Isaiah Joyner, and Scott Littlefield.
Here we go.
It's a home state game for Will, but
home
a 7.5-hour
game.
drive from Memphis.
He's got his family here. Sitting right there in the front. You can actually see his his daughter and new son. Here they go.
Scott Littlefield with a win would be 475. I would say that would probably get him in. We're going to look at Will Hogue here, slot number 2. Win. Will be in the round of 16. A really, really good heads-up competitor as well.
Yeah, Will had a really good set in set number 4. And he's just, hopefully, he's going to continue to build on that.
Isaiah Joyner at 225. A win would put him at 425. He's currently in the lead early with the only number on the board at 354.
Will Hogue with the big one right down the middle.
209, center punch drive. Good ball here for Will, falling right, like this profile shot. Now 365 would be a nice start for Will, and he can build on that. 363 is a good start.
That's a really good start.
Littlefield's longest drive of the tournament today is 367 yards. He is OB left.
I know they have a little bit extra adrenaline in the tank right now. I believe they're able to get some more distance with that.
Now, Will Hogue's drive mathematically, well, I guess doesn't eliminate Devin Fitzgerald as of right now.
Isaiah Joyner with the big one coming down on that left side. We'll see if he gets
Will.
any movement.
Good ball from Will.
That's a really good one.
212.9, 142.8, 2,500
Falling right.
spin, falling right. It just comes down to height. Did he hit it high enough to get that carry? We're not sure, but that looked nice in front of us. 362 from Will Hogue. I think it just purely comes down to height. If Will can get this ball in the air just a little bit higher, we're going to see some bigger numbers in the 370s.
Yeah, that's a good one by Scott Littlefield.
A lot of movement right to left from Scott
Littlefield. A little bit too
Littlefield.
much movement, but he's got a lot of speed in that. I think the difference with Isaiah Joyner is if he was able to hit like a little bit of a cut, because he's hitting right into that left side and it's not getting a lot of rollout.
Looks like Maurice is going to go OB right. He's going to be down to his last golf ball.
Saw a lot of last balls yesterday, and we'll see what's going to happen right here as these guys swing.
Will likes
the final shots.
Didn't pop up the profile of the shot, but he gave a nice fist bump. He knows when he hits it good. Scott Littlefield taking a ton of time right now on his last ball. Is going to go OB right. Not happy with himself.
We're still waiting for Isaiah Joyner's second one, but right now Will Hogue in the lead at 363. His last ball was a bomb. He liked it. Let's see what these final numbers come out to be. It's going to make a big difference.
Drum roll. Will Hogue is OB on ball number 6.
Isaiah Joyner's 5th ball was a big one. Like I said, I don't know what happened since it was turning a little left. Could have gotten the plug.
Check the hole. 440. Might be in the hole.
You never know. They're actually talking about how some of the balls would hit the cart path and then roll back into the grid. And so they have to keep an eye. They've got one person looking at the eye. Isaiah Joyner taking the win.
That puts him at 425. Will Hogue will be at 450. So Will Hogue is going to be on the bubble at 450. Say Jack Smith takes a second or better. He would be tied with Will at a second place finish. Reed Russell. Ooh, it's going to be tight here. It's going to be really tight.
Brandon Flynn already locked in his ticket to the round of 16.
Reed Russell can take second. Jack Smith can take potentially second. Bobby Ray wins. He would have 500 points.
This is going to be good. This is going to be close. And this is probably going to have a little bit of drama.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Ray is going up against, you know, 3 absolute studs right now. He needs to win. He needs to get a win here in slot number 2. Jack Smith could take second place, would have 450 with Will Hogue. Costello and Flynn are already in. Brandon Flynn has looked great all day. Look at that. First ball out of the gates from Brandon Flynn at 2:13.4. Bobby Ray, Obi right.
Yeah, Brandon looking really good.
Jack Smith with a cut right down the middle at 2:17, going left to right. That's a big, great start for Jack Smith.
Yeah, I like that swing a lot. It was really controlled, a little less ball speed, club head speed there, and he put one in the grid.
If he puts up a 375 ball, that would be a nice start for Jack Smith. He has plenty of power, and that ball stayed in the air for a really, really long time. Jack Smith,
Costello
221.9.
With a big ball as well.
The
we'll see if that one stays in.
23-year-old stud is starting to step on the gas in slot number 1. 383 from Jack Smith. Great start. And he put a lot of pressure on himself. There's no doubt. You know, he's at 350 points after 3 sets and goes OB and practically forcing himself to get a win here. 224.4.
But we've seen when guys have their backs against the wall, Eddie Fernandez, Andrew Eigner, our World Amateur Championship, this event crowned or got his belt. It came down to their final balls. They put themselves in kind of hard positions.
Yes, Kelly Ruddy bringing in the Timmy.
Look at that.
Timmy Hortons. Oh, bless her. Jack Smith, 383. No numbers from Costello. Flynn down the right side. Looks like he's going OB. 2 383 balls from Jack Smith.
Oof.
Much better when his back's against the wall. He has 3 bombs. Bobby Ray.
Telling you.
Bobby Ray has to win. If not, the field will be set. Well, no, Reed Russell still has to go. Reed Russell can get a win there, and even in second place from Reed Russell. So that would put Will Hogue on the bubble.
Here we go. Final shots right here.
Ooh, Costello 381. Wow. Man, these guys are getting after it right now.
Ooh, I
Big
like
ball.
that one. Brandon Flynn, hold on there.
Costello hit a nice profile shot, but just a slight miss hit for him.
214.2. Brandon Flynn with a nugget on his final ball. Jack Smith in at 383. There you go.
Big win for Jack Smith. He has made it to the round of 16. Costello, 381, takes second place.
This is why I love watching round robins right here.
Yeah, this is great, and it's a lot more fun to call, especially right now. So Reed Russell is on the outside looking in. If he takes third or better, he will be into the round of 16. Isaiah Joyner needs to sweat it out right now, which Wes Campo did yesterday for like 3 or 4 more sets. Kelly, thank you.
Kelly Rudney.
They're not paying us to do this, but Tim Hortons, I have, you know, I'm going to make a
She's
cup.
hitting later today.
Yes, she is.
Did you have some of your Tim Hortons? She had hers, which is the fuel and the secret sauce to hitting it as fast as she hits it.
Yep.
It is not Justin Bieber. I say that on air just to get to Kelly.
Kelly Rudney's a legend. Enjoy watching her hit. All right, Reed Russell, it's on with him. 218.7. This ball is turning over perfectly in the middle of the grid. Reed Russell needs to take third or better and he is in. But he is going up against Colton Castro, who has not lost, Justin James, who is the favorite, and Kyle Berkshire, that has the longest drive of the tournament.
And hasn't lost a set
He
today.
has his hands full. So we're waiting on some numbers here early on. Justin James and Kyle Berkshire do not have a number on the board. Reed Russell has to take third or better. The good news is, let's just say Reed Russell takes fourth place. He will be in a heads-up match to get into that final spot against Isaiah Joyner.
Without a doubt. Let's key in on him and look at his numbers. Provided to us by FlightScope. They've been doing a fantastic job. Reed Russell.
Giving us all the data.
All the data. In fact, they're giving you at home viewers an opportunity to know your numbers and your distances and have the potential and opportunity to come out here by having 20% off if you go to, let's look at it.
Flightscope.com and use the code WLD23.
23. Check out your numbers. And next year,
how much do we get
sign
off?
up.
Do we get 20% off as well, or do we get 80% off?
I heard we only have to pay 20%.
Let me look at the engineers right now.
Kyle Berkshire, that last ball looking, that last ball he just hit looking really good.
Reed Russell.
But Reed Russell stepping on it.
Yep. Yeah, he has to.
That's a big, big ball by him.
Reed Russell looks safely like he's in right now.
Kyle Berkshire, 396.
Longest drive of the morning. This round of 32, Mr. Berkshire improves. Him and Martin Borgmeyer.
Efficiency is Reed Russell right now.
Yep, Reed is a really, really good hitter. One of the best hitters on the planet, and ended up winning in Utah last year. Puts himself in positions to win all the time. And he's a pro ball guy. We got a couple pro ball players on the tee box right now with Justin James and Reed Russell.
He put everything into that one.
JJ with a high draw. But currently, right now, it looks like Reed Russell is going to get in. Our field is set. Kyle Berkshire, Colton Castro, Mark Costello, Jack Smith, Brandon Flynn, Justin James, Will Hogue, and Reed Russell have made it here in round robin number 2 in round 2. The field is set. 16 men are going to have heads-up matches to the death. They will be on the Golf Channel at 9 p.m. tonight. The ladies will go on at 8:30. We'll be back at 1 p.m.
We will see you soon